The Hope Diamond story begins shrouded in mystery, its origins tracing back to 17th century India. It was once part of a much larger diamond, the Tavernier Blue, named after Jean-Baptiste Tavernier, a French gem merchant. Legend whispers of the diamond being stolen from a statue of a Hindu goddess, Sita, an act that supposedly unleashed a torrent of misfortune upon all who possessed it. This alleged theft and the subsequent tragedies became intertwined, giving birth to the infamous curse of the Hope Diamond. The Tavernier Blue was an exceptional stone, renowned for its remarkable size and intense blue hue. Its brilliance captivated all who laid eyes upon it, making it a highly coveted prize. It traveled from India to Europe, changing hands among royalty and wealthy merchants, each transaction seemingly adding another chapter to the growing legend of its curse. The diamond's journey was marked by intrigue and whispers of misfortune, fueling the narrative of its cursed nature. The diamond's early history is a tapestry woven with both fact and legend, making it difficult to separate truth from embellishment. However, the stories surrounding its origins undeniably contributed to the mystique and allure of the Hope Diamond, cementing its reputation as a gem of ill fortune. The tales of the stolen idol and the ensuing misfortunes added a dark and captivating dimension to the diamond's history. One of the most notable owners of the diamond, or a portion of it after it was recut, was King Louis XIV of France, known as the Sun King. He acquired the diamond in 1667 and had it recut into a smaller but still impressive 67-carat stone known as the French Blue.
I wore the diamond on a lavish necklace, showcasing its brilliance as a symbol of my power and wealth.
However, his ownership coincided with a period of growing unrest and ultimately the decline of the French monarchy. The reign of Louis XIV, though marked by grandeur and opulence, was also plagued by wars, famines, and economic hardship. Many attributed these misfortunes to the curse of the diamond, whispering that the Sun King's acquisition of the cursed gem had brought ill fortune upon France. These whispers fueled the legend of the curse, solidifying its association with tragedy and misfortune. Following Louis XIV's death, the French Blue remained in the possession of the French crown jewels. However, during the French Revolution, the monarchy was overthrown, and the crown jewels, including the French Blue, were stolen from again in France. The theft marked a significant turning point in the diamond's history, as it disappeared from public view for decades, further adding to its mystique. Perhaps the most famous owner of the Hope Diamond was American socialite Evalyn Walsh McLean. She purchased the diamond in 1911, seemingly undeterred by the stories of its curse.
I was known for my extravagant lifestyle and love of jewels, and I wore the Hope Diamond frequently, making it a centerpiece of my lavish wardrobe.
However, her life, despite its outward glamour, was marked by a series of heartbreaking tragedies. Evalyn's eldest son died in a car accident, her daughter committed suicide, and her husband was declared insane and confined to a mental institution. These personal tragedies fueled the public's fascination with the curse, with many believing that Evalyn's misfortunes were a direct result of her ownership of the Hope Diamond. The stories surrounding her life and the diamond became intertwined, adding another layer to the curse's legend.
Despite the tragedies that befell my family, I remained defiant, refusing to believe that the diamond was cursed. I continued to wear it, even claiming that it brought me good luck.
Her unwavering belief in the diamond's positive influence stood in stark contrast to the public perception of the gem as a harbinger of misfortune. Section 4, A Chain of Misfortunes, Other Owners of the Hope Diamond. Beyond Louis XIV and Evalyn McLean, several other individuals who owned the diamond or its previous incarnations reportedly experienced misfortune.
Princess de Lamballe, a close friend of Marie Antoinette, was brutally murdered during the French Revolution after inheriting the diamond.
Wilhelm Fals, a Dutch jeweler who recut the French Blue, allegedly committed suicide after stealing a portion of the diamond.
These stories, though often difficult to verify, added to the growing list of tragedies associated with the gem. The diamond's history is punctuated by tales of financial ruin, illness, and untimely deaths. While some dismiss these stories as mere coincidence, others see them as compelling evidence of the diamond's curse. The accumulation of these narratives, regardless of their veracity, has undeniably contributed to the diamond's dark reputation. The stories of misfortune surrounding the diamond's various owners are often embellished and exaggerated over time. However, the sheer number of these tales creates a compelling narrative that is difficult to ignore. The diamond's history, intertwined with tragedy and misfortune, continues to fuel the belief in its curse. Section 5. The Titanic Connection. a myth debunked. One popular misconception links the Hope Diamond to the sinking of the Titanic. This rumor suggests that a cursed diamond, possibly the Hope Diamond, was aboard the ship and contributed to its tragic fate. However, there is no evidence to support this claim. The Hope Diamond was safely in Evalyn Walsh McLean's possession in the United States at the time of the Titanic's sinking. The Titanic's sinking was a devastating event, capturing the world's attention and inspiring numerous stories and legends. The association of the Hope Diamond with a tragedy is likely a product of the public's fascination with both the diamond's curse and the Titanic disaster. However, this connection is purely fictional and has no basis in historical fact. The rumor of the Hope Diamond being aboard the Titanic likely stems from the public's tendency to connect high-profile tragedies with existing legends and myths. The sinking of the Titanic provided fertile ground for such speculation. And the Hope Diamond, with its established reputation as a cursed gem, became an easy target for these rumors. Section 6. A scientific explanation separating fact from fiction. From a scientific perspective, the curse of the Hope Diamond is easily debunked. The diamond is simply a beautiful mineral composed of carbon atoms arranged in a specific crystalline structure. It possesses no inherent power to cause misfortune or influence human lives. The tragedies associated with the diamond are likely coincidences, amplified and perpetuated by the power of suggestion and the human tendency to seek patterns and explanations for seemingly random events. The belief in curses and other supernatural phenomena is often rooted in psychological and cultural factors. Humans are naturally inclined to seek explanations for unexplained events, and curses provide a convenient narrative to make sense of tragedy and misfortune. This tendency, combined with the human fascination with stories and legends, helps to perpetuate the belief in curses like that of the Hope Diamond. The blue color of the Hope Diamond is due to trace amounts of boron within its crystal lattice. This scientific explanation for the diamond's unique hue stands in stark contrast to the mystical interpretations associated with the curse. Science offers a rational and evidence-based understanding of the diamond's properties, separating fact